What is going on, everyone? Can you guys see me? Is it... Bailey, hold on. It's very... underexposed there. Alright, that's better. Come on, Bailey, walk. Walk. Alright, so today we're back. How's everyone doing? Once again, out on a little walk with the kids. But today I want to talk a little bit about the R6 here. And may I say, I am loving it. It is a wonderful mirrorless camera. So with this camera, you will get a 20 megapixel sensor, Digic X or 10, however you want to call it, but whatever. As far as the sensor goes, it is pretty much the same that you'll be getting in the 1DX Mark III. They're both Digic 10. I'm just going to call it Digic 10 because I feel like they're trying to use the Roman numeral 10 here. But anyways, and they are both 20 megapixels as far as resolution goes, which, I mean, it's a little bit of a bummer, but when I'm out doing photography or anything like that, I am not really blowing up any of my prints or anything like that. They're basically just put on Instagram or printed out on a normal, you know, piece of paper. I'm not doing any giant blown up things or anything like that. So I don't mind the 20 megapixel sensor, but with talking about the megapixels, with 20 megapixels, you're going to be getting smaller pixels as far as, hold on one second here, guys. All right, so we're back. What were we talking about? Yeah, the R6. So I took some notes, some things that I wanted to go over for this little review. We already talked about the sensor, 20 megapixels, pretty much the same thing you get with the 1DX Mark III, which is Canon's flagship camera. So a couple more things here. The IBIS. Depending on which lens that you are using, you can get up to 8 stops.
Surprise! Can I see you? Come. Bye.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Surprise!
Okay.
I saw you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye. Anyways, up to 8 stops of IBIS, depending on which lens you have. Also, it does have digital stabilization inside the camera as well, which, there we go, which is pretty cool. The dual card slots. You now get 2 SD card slots with the R6 here. These are both regular SD cards, no CFast cards or whatever you guys call them, just dual SD cards in this camera, which is awesome. Me personally, I like to have my videos recorded to one and my stills stored on the other one, and you can do that inside the settings. It's pretty easy to figure out. So the ergonomics, let's talk about that real quick. They went ahead and got rid of the touch bar that you had up top there and replaced it with their traditional joystick. Me personally, I never had any experience with the touch bar. I thought it was a neat little idea, but I never got to use it. This is my first mirrorless camera, but yeah, you can use that to set your focus points and stuff like that. Another cool thing that I thought was really nice is you can use the LCD screen to point it. Say you're taking stills and you hold it up, you can use the LCD screen to select your focus there. I forget what exactly it's called. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. Now you do also get zebra with this, which I think is it's going to be pretty useful when I'm doing videos and like that, making sure things aren't overexposed or anything like that. And I have that set up as a nice little shortcut. I can turn it on or off. Speaking of that, the customizations on this is pretty awesome. You can set them for video and stills mode, but when you switch modes, say C3, C2, and C1, make sure you set them all how you want them for that mode, because they do not carry over to the other modes. Alright, so talking about stills here, I think it produces an awesome image, especially for the 20 megapixels. Like I said, you'll only really see a difference if you're blowing up your picture to do larger prints or stuff like that. But you can do up to 12 frames per second mechanical or 20 frames per second electronic, which is pretty nice. It's gonna be a pretty good camera if you're out shooting any kind of sports, or if you're following your kids around, whatever you might be doing. 20 frames per second, it's a lot of pictures. Now you can do 4K up to 60 frames per second in video mode. Also, you can do 120 in 1080p. No 4K in 120, which is kind of a bummer because I like that nice, smooth. Ever since I got the 90D, I've been playing with the 120 frames per second. Awesome slow motion. And speaking of that, none of the video modes are all I. They are all IPB. So Canon, if you're seeing this, maybe add those two features in there. 4K at 120, all I. I mean, I haven't had any experience with it, but the camera already overheats. What else is going to happen? If that's possible, that'd be awesome. Another big thing with this camera is the C-Log. I think that was awesome that they put that in here. I have never actually had that in my cameras. I've always used the entry-level cameras there and had to use, say, CineStyle or stuff like that for it.
It's not beautiful yet.
That's fine. I'm doing a video, sweetie.
Can I do it?
No, go ahead. Go put the doggy. The back LCD screen is about 3 inches. 3 inches. Bailey, what are you doing? Stop. Stop. Sorry if I'm all over with this video a little bit. Bailey's over here making a whole bunch of noise and won't leave me alone. Caden's taking a nap, and also thank God for great grandma coming over to watch him so I can do this video. Anyways, what else? The weight of the camera, it's like half the weight of my 90D, so that's definitely a lot better for vlogging and stuff like this.
Bye, guys.
On the outside of the camera, you do not get the...
See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys. See you tomorrow, guys.
Okay,
I can't see.
go ahead.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Okay, back again. Yeah, it's a lightweight camera. It's awesome, but once we start adding L-series glass on it, it's going to get a little heavier. You get the traditional dial on top of the screen, or not screen, on top of the camera, which takes the place of the top LCD screen, which is a bit of a bummer, but I think it's fine. I'm fine with it. I have no problems with it. But that is it, guys, for this little review of the new Canon EOS R6. I am loving this camera. I'm so glad I made the upgrade from the 90D. I think it's an upgrade. Some of you might say it's not because of the 20 megapixels and the 90D has 30. But you know what? The processor is the Digic 10. And as far as resolution and the processor goes, it's what they got in their flagship camera, the 1DX Mark III, and that is plenty good enough for me. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and as always, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.